Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Steps to Success Occupational Therapy's YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about how to do a DIY obstacle course at your own home. So obstacle courses are activities that we create for children to engage in during their occupational therapy sessions, depending on their needs. So engaging in obstacle courses can have many benefits for your child. It can help them with overall upper extremity and hand strengthening, improving their visual motor skills, visual perceptual skills, attention skills, and help them with their sensory processing as well. While obstacle courses are mostly done in places like sensory gyms and occupational therapy offices, there's other ways in which you can try creating this at home for your child as well. So before I move forward with explaining how an obstacle course can be created at home, I want to begin by talking about a variety of topics regarding obstacle courses. So I'm going to begin by talking about some background info, then move on to research, and then I'll be explaining the items that you'll need to create the obstacle course at home and what the main components of the obstacle course should focus on. The equipment or items that are required for creating an obstacle course should not only be available to children in settings such as sensory gyms and occupational therapy offices. They should be able to be recreated in homes too. The obstacle course does not have to be overly complicated or elaborate in order to be beneficial for the child. They can be fun and simple and still provide your child with great benefits. So research shows that obstacle courses can improve fitness, which means strengthening the upper and lower body, and also help children to develop skills such as spatial abilities, meaning proprioceptive awareness and overall sensory processing skills as well. Research indicates that one of the main benefits of engaging in an obstacle course is children learning how to navigate the environment with certain movements and following certain directions in the correct order. This includes improving their planning, sequencing, and their motor planning skills. So now I'll be listing a few great items to use. Cones, chairs, pillows, benches, tents, chalk, pool noodles, old mattresses, brooms, etc. are great examples of some readily available tools that can be used as barriers that children can practice navigating through by going under, over, through, or around. So as previously mentioned, these are just a list of items that might be readily available at your home, and if not, they are readily available in stores, Amazon, and most of the items are affordable. So now let's move on to the focus of the obstacle course. There can be different types of obstacle courses that focus on improving certain things for your child. For example, if a child has weak upper extremities, meaning weak arms, they can engage in obstacle courses that contain physical exercise elements such as wall push-ups, army crawling, weight bearing, etc. If your child has difficulty with sensory processing, you can include different components that work on improving in that area. The components of the obstacle course can incorporate academic concepts as well, such as numbers, shapes, letters, and colors. Creating the focus of the obstacle course for your child is all up to you as the parent. As the parent, you may know what your child has weaknesses in, and you can try incorporating that into the obstacle course. The most important rule of creating the obstacle course for your child is that it should be fun while also working on improving in various areas. Now try creating a fun and unique obstacle course in the comfort of your own home. So here I've attached pictures of a few examples of setups that you can try at home. If you do not have the same exact items in the pictures, you can always use substitutions. You can form an idea of what kind of obstacle course you might want to recreate for your children from looking at these pictures. So in this picture, there's steps that are included, an inclined mat, as well as a tunnel that the child can crawl through. At home, you might not have an inclined mat, but you can find any inclined surface for your child to practice on. Walking up inclined surfaces helps children to increase their strength in their lower extremities and decrease toe walking. So you might not have a tunnel to crawl through at home, but there's different items that you can use to create the same type of movements. So you can use chairs, benches, or any items that a child can fit under that they can safely crawl through. So crawling through a tunnel or a chair helps children strengthen their upper extremities, meaning strengthening their hands, their wrist, and their arms. And it also decreases behaviors like hand flapping and wrist flapping. So the movement of crawling under chairs or tunnels also helps with strengthening the palmar arches of the hand, meaning strengthening their overall hands and wrist. And it also strengthens their core and their trunk as well. So you can use this picture as guidance to create one component of the obstacle course. So in this picture, the baby is crawling on her hands and knees on pillows and crawling towards the tent to retrieve something. So at home, you can have your child crawl on pillows or a comforter or a soft mattress of some sort. And this again helps with strengthening their palmar arches, their hand, their wrist, and their arms, and their trunk and core as well. So after crawling towards the tent, they can go inside and retrieve an item, such as a toy or a puzzle piece. This act is improving their visual perceptual and their visual motor skills too. So in this setup, your child can go from a heightened surface and then walk along and try to step over certain items. So this helps with so many different skills like their visual motor skills, their visual perceptual skills, and their overall balance and coordination too. These pictures were just a few examples of small components of an obstacle course. Depending on your child's needs and their abilities, you can add more steps or decrease the steps to make a simple obstacle course too. So try creating an obstacle course at home with your child and see how much fun they have.